Tesla stock crash 2020. I mean, look at this chart. This is the chart of the last 5 trading days, and as you can see, it's just further going down and going down and going down. Stop it, stop it, stop it. So welcome to a new Tesla vlog, and today we are talking about the stock crash 2020. I mean, it's nothing pretty new for Tesla shareholders that Tesla can be quite volatile, right? But I mean, the last few days in the stock, especially yesterday, looked pretty scary, right? 16, 17, 18% in the negative is quite huge of a deal. And especially if you're looking into the big picture, okay? And I'm talking now a 1 month picture, okay? You see that over 21 days, we could gain about 75%. And the funny thing about the stock market is that further down, it's getting quite faster than up, okay? So from this 75, we, pretty much lost 30% in just 8 days. So this is the beauty about the stock market. What goes so much high can go so much down. And if you're looking into the other things that make a picture here, $323 billion in market cap, PE ratio of about 900, and a volume of traded Tesla shares about 29 million pieces, okay? So if you're thinking, well, what can happen now? Okay, what will happen now after we went basically just one way, and this was up? Look at this, right? Since March, we gained about almost 600%, guys, okay? 589% in just a couple of months. And this is not normal. This is not sustainable at all. I have seen people out there saying there will come a crash and so on, but to explain it better, we need to look into these things that actually disappointed the market, okay? So this is actually the more interesting way. And one of these things was a circuit breaker for Tesla, and the other one was something unexpected for many, many Tesla shareholders out there. And therefore, these are the two big reasons that, the Tesla stock just turned around. And also, obviously, the whole market is not looking good for tech stocks right now. The Nasdaq is leaving 3% behind and much more. So all of that now in the next part of this vlog. And think about it, the overall situation for Tesla stock was absolutely insane. We had sales, crazy sales, even through the heaviest health crisis that we ever have seen. Then we had 2 profitable quarters. Elon Musk was obviously very happy and dancing most probably into the gigafactory. Then third, we had absolutely hitting milestone after milestone, and it showed that the deck can change, right? The traditional car manufacturers made losses while Tesla made profits. Well, the sales numbers for traditional car makers like Daimler, Volkswagen, and so on went down while Tesla went up. So as you can see, the strategy of having a really great innovative business, and we are talking here the next generation electronic cars, and then we are talking about solar energy, then we're talking about sustainable energy, battery systems for the whole world. So as you can see, the small car business of Tesla will be indeed small in a couple of years. So this was the number one reason why the Tesla stock went up. But then something happened. 2 things to be factual correct. First of all, we had the capital increase by Tesla. And this is something what also space stock did quite nicely. They waited until the stock went up, and then before it going into some directions and levels where it's unsustainable, they released the news and the stock went down, quite significantly. And this was one of the triggers. Then the second one was obviously everyone was awaiting that Tesla comes into the S&P 500 as of this quarter. Then the committee of the S&P 500 obviously came together, but unfortunately decided that Tesla is not going to be in the S&P 500 as of this round. So this was obviously two negative effects. Then, the overall market also didn't like that new all-time highs in general and went down. So all in all, it always comes the same with those things, all right? So first of all, you need to understand that people and investors have expectations. And if you want to be a happy investor, then don't have any expectations, okay? You just go into a stock because you like the product very much or the growth market, but don't expect to have the stock at a certain point at a certain price, because, it will never happen as you imagine in your small investor mind. It will rather happen like the market thinks it's right, okay? The market is always right if you remember some wisdom of the stock market world. However, you always can see that if expectations are being shredded, okay, by the actual events, then actually you will see that those are very, very bearish for those stocks out there. And the other part, it's very important to understand, okay, are those expectations anyway very realistic, or do we have some crazy thinking that the stock can just go up and up and up? Stocks don't go down, right? And if you analyze these events, you can pretty much settle your mindset to a point where you don't have too much expectations and just keep on investing, on regular basis. And what you really should do, well, this I will tell you in the conclusion of this video. Now let's talk about the conclusion of this video. First of all, I would like to thank you that you watched it until now, and I would like to invite you to become part of the Wolf of Dubai membership, where we talk about 24 hours stocks and Tesla and all of these other companies that are focused here on this channel. And it's just a small monthly anytime cancelable membership, but I think it has so much value for new investors, for old investors, for really people that want to share ideas with like-minded people. So just check the join button below all my videos. And on the other side, let's talk about the first risks of the current downturn, okay? The problem with these downturns is that it's flushing out so many people that are speculative in Tesla, obviously, right? So you see people that saw, wow, this stock is going so much up, let's jump on the ship and let's ride it up until $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, okay, or post split prices to $1,000, $1,200 marks. And those people are getting flashed out now because they said, okay, it didn't work out. Then there's people that just enjoyed that Tesla stock went down so much and went inside the stock with 440 levels or 450 levels, and now thinking, wow, I don't want to lose all my money, so I'm going out of the Tesla stock. So what will stay are those people that are long-term there, and there are some new people going on that buying the dip. And this is actually two things that I want to focus into this conclusion of this video, because I think there's nothing more important for especially growth stocks like Tesla to think long-term, guys. Who cares that Tesla lost 20% in one day when the stock will be 500% more in just a couple of years, okay? You need to have the patience, the vision, the long-term prospect that this stock and company will be one of those leading companies in the whole world in the technology field, okay? Self-driving cars, battery, energy, solar, all of this new fields and industries that Tesla will change forever, plus a CEO that is so super intelligent as well as so visionary and open for new kind of ways to improve how companies work into the future. I think it's a pretty cool bet that you are betting on Tesla when thinking long term. Secondly, those pullbacks are totally normal, guys, okay? Those pullbacks are happening during a bull market very much often, because it's never healthy and never true that the stock goes just straight up in a line. And therefore, I think that buying the dip, and also I'm looking into some technical analysis, plus also some AI gadgets that I'm currently looking in, which is very important and very interesting. It's like an assistant for your stock tradings. I might talk about that a little bit more in the next couple of vlogs, so stay tuned and subscribe if you're a new one, and like it if you like it so far. But you know, I'm taking this like a driving assistant into all my decisions to see, okay, this AI supportance is analyzing, you know, 300 technical factors into the decisions, and also they are saying that it's likely a dip rather than a crash into the current market environments. And therefore, you know, buying the dip can be quite significant for your portfolio, because it can give you the huge gain for this big of an amount if the stock goes, let's say, to 300 levels, and then, you know, we have a new trend up to 600, you will double your fresh money that you put in. It's important to put in money every now and then. The best is to have regular inputs every single month or every single week, whatever is your best scenario to put in money into the stock market. And therefore, I think, you know, you will be quite good if you are just considering these two things: think long term and buying the dip. Is always two strategies that I'm following quite successfully, you know, and I'm sitting here, you know, full-time investor, full-time YouTuber, and trying with you to become very, very successful on the stock market. So far, you know, our ride and record is pretty well, so I hope you stay tuned, and never forget, the grass is greener on the other side.